Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really excited because I'm finally gonna do the currently ink of the month of March. And to be honest, I have been using so many phantom pens this month. I have been really enjoying playing around with the inks and phantom pens and nibs and everything, as you guys may have seen already in the previous videos. So if you don't know me, my name is V. I made so many videos about unboxing, a lot of stationery, phantom pen, inks, paper, anything related with this topic. And today, as I mentioned, we're gonna do the currently ink. I wanna do it within my Haugen A6, which is in this beautiful cover. It's getting really chunky already. It's like 3 months, but I really like that since it's in this cover, it's gonna like pressure it down. So it really has to be like a sandwich in there. But today is Tuesday, March 18, and I'm already ready because I have an appointment and my meeting got canceled. So I just wanted to do this really quick so I can post it for you guys tomorrow. But I'm just gonna do the currently ink in here, and I wanna show you guys this one. This is, I have it more as on the go, kind of like for not journalists, kind of like where I keep track of my inks and phantom pens. I did have a similar idea for the kind of like the standard size. However, I don't know why I just like tiny planners as of right now, so I may have both. It's okay. This one in here, if you don't know, I did these travelers on my own. I cut this leather when I went to Florida where my brother lives, and this was like a couple years back. So I used one of my travelers and I measured the size and I cut it myself. You guys can see in here some of the pen. So I just really wanted this color again. I think it's really cute. It turned out really nice. And the leather is super flexible. I also put this kind of like, I didn't have the travelers one, so I just put that one. But it's this beautiful orange. So inside here, I do have 3 inserts. This one in here is the insert that I'm just working on because I want to document all my phantom pens. So I'm just going to document it like this. So I will show you guys whenever this is ready. But I just want to document all the phantom pens that I have in this little insert. I just put this with washi tape, but this is something that Esther Brooke gave me when I bought a phantom pen back in August. I think that's when it was a Stationery Fest in New York. But yeah, so in here I do have the currently ink insert, and then in here I do have this insert that I got at the Tokyo station that is about the Tokyo subway. And then in this I have been playing around with doing the ink swatches. And this one, I just want to have it as my ink notebook in here. But this one in here is the currently ink. So I already kind of like took notes of all the phantom pens I have been playing around. So what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna have this one in here for us to reference. But also, let me just close it like here. And let me try to see. Yeah, right there. So I'm just gonna reference it in here, but we're gonna go one by one. So I do have a lot of phantom pens this month. I have 3 different kind of like pouches in here. Let's start with this one. This one in here is my black ink pens. So I do have 5 phantom pens ink up with black ink, and mainly it's because I'm always reaching out with black ink to just go and see when I'm journaling, when I'm planning, anywhere that I am, I always want to have a black ink phantom pen. So let me show you the ones that I have in tab. So the first one that I have is this one. This one is the Kaweco Brass Sport, and this one in here I really need to polish it because the brass kind of like change colors, of course, as it start aging. And the thing with the brass is that it kind of stinks like brass. So it's really interesting because the Travelers company also has that thing. But this one, I really love how it writes. This one in here is a EF size. So I'm just gonna put the name of this one. So this is the Kaweco Sport, and this is the brass. And let me just get you guys a little bit closer to the page so you guys can see when I'm writing all of these. So as you guys can see, the nib is really juicy and I really like it. So this one, as I mentioned, is with black ink, all of them. The second one that I have in here is this one. This one is a sailor, and I forgot, I think it's Snowy something is the name. I am really bad with some of the phantom pen names, but this one in here is a one that there is like a, there is three of them. There is this one, there is like a kind of like light blue, and there is a green, I think, and they are all like different seasons, something like that. This one in here, I really like it, but the nib sometimes is kind of annoying. So this is the sailor. As you guys can see, it kind of skip the ink, and that really bothers me. I love phantom pens, but when the ink skips, yeah, that's my downfall. But I like this one. It's just that sometimes it starts and it skips, but I love the color. It's so pretty, so I just don't want to let it go. It's really pretty. The third one that I have in here is the Pilot Vanishing Point. This one in here is the matte black, and you guys, if you guys have been following me, you guys know that I love this one. This one in here is literally my everyday pen. I use this all the time and I love it so much. The third one that I have, fourth one already. The fourth one is this one. This is the Lavang Antique 2. And when I ink it up the first time, I ink it up with black. All of these ones, not all of them, but most of them has this ink in here that is called the Takesumi Yoshizuku. So yeah, I ink it up with this one. This one is really nice too. It's kind of like heavy. I think this one is like a EF as well. So this one is the Lavang, see, Lavang Antique 2. And yeah, this one is super pretty. And also that ink is really juicy. It's one of my favorite ones now. I really like in all my phantom pens, but this one I like it because it looks so vintagey. It's so nice. I just love how it looks. Then moving on, we do have this one, and this one is the Esterbrook that I just mentioned, the one that I bought back in Stationery Fest in New York. So this one is so pretty. It has this kind of like maroon with kind of like brownish color. And again, this one in here has black ink, and this one in here, I'm just gonna put Esterbrook because I forgot the name. But what is so funny is that this one is old. This is a medium, actually, a medium nib, and it's really thick, as you guys can see in here. It's super thick. So yeah, these are the black ink phantom pens that I have been playing around with this month, and I just carry some of them with me to the office. Some of them I really don't carry them. I just have it at home, but they are so pretty. They look really nice together because the brown and the black and kind of like the white, they match with the gold details. So yeah, these are my babies. These are the black ink phantom pens. So let me just put them in here so we can move into the next pouch. And the pouch that I'm using in here is the one that Helen has for the Coffee Monsters Co. I don't think she sells them anymore, but it's really cute. So yeah, it's right there, all tucked into my phantom pens. So that's it. Now let's move into the next one. The next one that I have, let me put you up a little bit. There. The next one is this one. I love this one so much. This one in here is a cozy or cozy, I don't know how to pronounce it, and this one is by Rickshaw, and I really want to try to find another one when I go to Stationery Fest in Chicago this weekend. I hope I can do it. I hope I can find one because I absolutely love this. I use this one a lot to go to the office. I literally just bring 3 different pens, but as of right now I have these ones in here, but I usually just put like my Jetstream pen, then I put like one of these ones, for example, and this one, the Sailor Shikiori, and then I just put a phantom pen in there. But today I do have these beautiful aesthetic phantom pens, and these ones are my Twisby Ecos. So in these Twisby Ecos, I do have different kind of inks inside. So let me just go in here and let's start with this one. This one is a Twisby Eco Espresso, and starting in here, I'm not gonna really just write it down because I just wanna use this area. So this is the latest release by Twisby. It's a darker brown. There's two different browns in here. So this one in here, as I mentioned, is called Espresso, and this one inside has a combination of one ink that is between the Coffee Monster's Co and Robert Oster. This ink is called the Coffee Monster and is like a beautiful, beautiful brownish color. So it looks really pretty, and yeah, if you guys can see, it's like a pretty brownish, looking a little bit like greenish at the same time when it dries, but I really like it. So this is what I have inside here. Then in the other brown that is a little bit lighter, I do have another brown, and this color is called the KWC Cappuccino. So it's a little bit similar to the Coffee Monster's Co ink. They look literally like the same color, but believe me, they are different brands. I do have to put a little bit more of a darker brown inside here. I may just put a drop or two of a different ink and just try to mix it up, because I have been liking to do that lately with other phantom pens. Now let's move into the next one. Let me just go in here because I am forgetting which one I put in this one. So yeah, this one in here is the Twisby Eco Cream, and inside here I do have a Shikiori ink. This Shikiori ink is a green one, and this phantom pen for some reason is kind of drying out this ink. I don't know what's going on. I have to disassemble it or something so I can play around with this, but this one in here has inside the Shikiori Rikyusha green. And the thing with this one is that when this one dries, it looks a little bit like brownish, but I really love this ink a lot. And this one, the cappuccino, when it dries, it turns a little bit like green. But yeah, as you guys can see, super similar. But these are the three phantom pens that I have in here. They are, again, super aesthetic, super pretty. I love them so much. And I'm not using the white one this month, but because the white one also has a brown ink, but I love how they all look together with the brownish. So these are my Twisby Ecos, and I love them a lot. Now let's move into the next phantom pen pouch in here. This one has so many. I think this one has like, I don't know if it's 12 phantom pens. So let me just really quickly put this in here. So this one in here, let's open it up. It has so many phantom pens inside. Yeah, I am using many this month. So I don't know which side to start from, this one or this one. Since we were doing Twisby, let's just continue with Twisby and let's do this one, okay? So this one in here, I'm gonna try to get this one. So let me move into here so we can see the name of this Twisbies and the ink. So let's start with the blue one. So this blue one is called the Twisby Eco, and it's also called the Indigo Blue. So it has this beautiful blue, and also I think this is the brass color in here, or the gold rose. Rose gold. No, it's the brass one. Yeah, it has brass because the green one has rose gold. They are so similar with the gold too that it's hard to see the differences, but this one I think is brass. So this one in here has a blue ink inside, and this one doesn't have a name. This one is literally a blue ink by Archer and Olive, so I just call it Archer and Olive blue. I I really don't have a name for this ink because Archer and Olive just played around with the inks and they sent me like 2 bottles, and this one is one of them, and it just didn't have a name. So it's this beautiful darker blue in here, and I really like it. And I love this fountain pen. It looks so nice. And I think it was Bronte that she posted that she bought one, and I'm so excited. I hope she loves it a lot because it's really nice. The next one is this one. I do have different greens in Twisby, but I really like the ink that is inside this one. I love my other Twisby more, the darker one with the black nib. However, the ink inside this one is so pretty and I really like it. So this one is called the Twisby Royal Jade, and inside has another Shikiori ink, and this Shikiori ink is called the Shikiori Wakauguisu. So it's kind of like really green, and it looks really pretty. I really like it. So pretty excited about these two. So let's put them back in here. So yeah, these two are the last Twisbies that I'm using this month. We are only using 5 this month. Now let's go into in order in here with the other ones. So this one in here is the of course the Esterbrook. This Esterbrook is called the Quirky Leaf and is in the series of Back to the Land from Twisby. I really like it. It's this beautiful green with just a little detail of orange in there. This Esterbrook in here has another green that is more like a green black kind of color, and it's by Herbing, and the color name is Bird Empire. So it's like a really dark green that I really like. As you guys can see, it's really dark, and it just matches really nice because this is like a really bright green, and then that green in there is dark. So I really like it. It's really pretty. Now let's move into the next one because we have so many and I don't want to take this video all day. And this one in here is called the Platinum, and this one is the Platinum Century 3776, and this inside it has just the kind of like the cartridge that came with it, and it's this beautiful blue. So it's just blue all the way here. So yeah, it's just a blue cartridge that came with it, and I really like it, so I have been using it. The nib is also really pretty, and it's, let me open it again. It's really pretty, and it's also really small. It's like a EF. So yeah, I think it's EF or EFF. I don't remember exactly the name, but it's super thin, and I really like it. So let's move into the next one. The next one was my troublemaker. Okay, so I had to go to work, and then it's way later during the day, but I just wanted to continue this video. So we stopped at this fountain pen in here. This one in here is the Leonardo Momento. This is the Irite, I think it's called, a green blue, and this one is the one that was giving me a lot of troubles before, but I did switch the nib and it has been writing nice. Sometimes it kind of dries a little bit, but then it has to start. But this one in here has color that is called the Tasha Koyai, so it's kind of like another dark blue in here, so it's kind of nice, but again it takes a little bit of time for it to really come out. But it's like a really dark blue. It's really pretty, and I really like this phantom pen, so I'm so excited that at least now it just takes a little bit of time to come out the ink, but it actually works, because before it was not that great. Now let's move into the last one of this side in here. The last one is this one in here. So this one in here is the Sailor Pro Gear, and this one is the name Fuki, and this one is this beautiful light green that it has like that greenish brownish kind of details in here with gold. This one I got it in a dish stash, and I really like it. I think the nib is fine if I remember correctly. So this this one inside, it has another Sailor ink, and this one is called the Sailor Miruai. So this one is another kind of like dark green. So as you guys can see, I'm between greens and blues for the most part in here, but it's a really dark green, and I really like to use this one a lot. I have been using it to write down into this specific journal that is my everyday journal, like a lot, mainly because the nib is really nice, and I didn't have many Sailors with a really smooth nib before, so I am so excited. I really like it. Now let's move into the other side in here. So let's start with this one. This one in here is the beautiful Kaweco Sport Honey. This is the latest fountain pen that I got. I did post, I think the last video you guys saw was about opening this one. This one inside here, it just has the ink cartridge that came with the Kaweco. I really like the blues that comes with them sometimes no, sometimes I just take the ink out and refill it with another color, but to be honest, they're not so bad. So we already have two different blues from different kind of like fountain pens. This one, it actually writes really nice. This is a fine nib, and I really like the color. This is a really pretty yellowish color. It looks like a mustardy yellow. Then moving into the next one, I have been loving this one a lot. This one in here is the Jinghao Teng. It's my first Jinghao Teng. When I got this one, I ordered another one as well, but that one is not gonna arrive until like, I don't even know when, I think like around April. But this one in here is called the Jinghao Teng. This is the brush matte gold, so it has like kind of gold details and kind of like lines in here. And inside here, it has a color that is called the Tasha, and it's the Sabi Midori. And if you guys saw my video before, well, let's make it working here. So if you guys saw the video before, this is kind of like a bluish color, and I really like it because when you use it, it looks really blue, but then it dries out, and it dries kind of like a, I don't know how you call that. That is kind of like a bluish, but with a green tone behind, and it's really nice. The nib that I have on this one is a fine nib because I was a little bit nervous about ordering a EF, but it's a little bit on the thicker side compared with the Sailor, of course, but I really like it still. I have been using this one a lot as well since I got it. You guys can see in here, it's drying out, so it doesn't look fully blue. It has a little hint of green, which is really nice. Then moving on into the next one, this one in here is the Kaweco Student, and actually this one, my husband picked this one up for this month for me. This one in here inside, I got another ink that actually my husband also picked, that is the Oxblood, the Diamine Oxblood, and I switched the nib of this fountain pen, which when I was switching this one, if you guys saw that video, I found out that I can actually disassemble, I think that's how you say it, the whole nib, and I can put it in like 3 different pieces, and now I just clean up all my phantom pens with this. So I'm so excited to play around with the other ones to see if they are gonna write better, but I haven't inked them up. So anyways, this one is the Kaweco Student. It's the orange coloring here, and as I mentioned, it has inside the really beautiful red that is the Diamine Oxblood. Actually, this one is one of the first ones that I ever purchased the bottle. I really like this color. And also, like, I purchased back when I started with the fountain pens, I have this fountain pen that I haven't used in a while. It was one of my favorites, that basically it just had like the whole body was like the ink for you to ink it up, and I used to have it all the time with the Oxblood. And it actually pairs really nice with this fountain pen, and I really like it. It looks really cute. Then the next one that we have in here, we have this beautiful lavang in here. This one I also got it in this stash, and this one I got it from my friend Amanda. She actually was selling it like for a really affordable price compared with all the other stores out there. and she took really good care of this one. This one is called the Lavang 325 Cambridge, and inside it has another red. This one has one that is called the Tasha Benitsushi. So when you put it in here, it's a little bit similar to the Oxblood, but the Oxblood looks more like a red wine, and this one looks more like a vintagey red. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really pretty. I really like it, and it rides super nice. I really like how the Lavans ride. They have a really smooth nib, and the nibs look so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see all the details. It looks kind of like if you was having like some leaves or some things from a tree in there. So it's really pretty. And also it looks kind of like dark academia, so I really like this phantom pen. Then moving on, we got this one in here. And this one in here is kind of funny because I got this one when I went to a stationery fest, and when I went to stationery fest actually in New York, and I actually, this one in here is like the Schiffer, I forgot exactly how it's called, if it's like the Schiffer coffee or something like that, but yeah, inside here I actually had two colors. I have a combination of one that is called the Color Bears, and this one is this one that I have in here is called String, and then I have the same red that I just did the swatch, that is the Tasha Benitsushi, and that one in here has like a really nice combination because it's kind of like a brownish red, and as I mentioned before, I was really enjoying combining different colors. So this one is like a red with a really big tone into orangey because of the string in here, so it looks really nice, and I really like the different shades of red that we're getting here. This one is a really pretty one. I think, I don't remember the first kind of, I think it was like the boba tea. That was the first ink that I ink up this one with, but it was like not super dark, so it was kind of hard to see, but I really like how it matches with this one that I put now. So yeah, it looks kind of like coffee, and it actually has in here like a little coffee cup with a heart in there, which is pretty cute. And then we got to the last phantom pen of this month that I have been playing around with, and the last one is this one. This one in here, I already kind of like show it to you guys like 2 videos ago or something like that, because I got this one this month as well. Well, actually, it arrived this month, but I got it last month. So this one in here is another Sailor, and this one I got really surprised because again, I haven't been able to find a Sailor that works for me until I got the green one that I just showed you, that is the Fuki. But this one in here is called the Sailor Shikiori, and this is the Yodaki. So it's red and it's kind of like transparent. You can still see in there the phantom pen when you see through the cap in here, but it's red and it has so many little dots of gold, so it looks really nice. I have been into red lately. And inside here it has another Sailor ink. I bought it, and this one in here is the Sailor Shikiori, and this is the Irori color, and this one is like really bright red. And actually, I know, like, I forgot exactly who was the one that commented in that video and told me that Sailor actually has some ink that is the Yodaki ink, but I didn't buy it. I don't own it yet, but for some reason I actually really like it with this bright red, and I have been using it to just put any important things within my journals, and I really like it. So it's really pretty. So as you guys can see, I do have a really big collection for this month. I have been enjoying a lot of phantom pens and just writing my notebook with different colors. So we do have many of the black ones, and this one, again, I use it almost every month with black ink. And then we have many in here with different color inks. We got some red and orangey kind of red, and then we got a lot of greens and a lot of blues, and then just two that are kind of like brownish, but they have like a hint of green too. But yeah, so just to show you again, these are all the ones that I use and I have been using this month. And I don't know, but I may be bringing these ones to Stationery Fest so I can use it in there. But also, like, in case any of you that haven't used any of these pens and want to try it out and you find me in the festival, we can just play around with phantom pens. So these ones are the colorful ones. Then we got the black ink ones in here, and then we got the last ones that were the beautiful 2SP Eco that are more into the brownish colors. But yeah, this is everything for this video. This is the currently ink of the month of March. Let's see what we are gonna be playing around with April. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And let me know if you are going also to a Stationery Fest this weekend. So that's all. Bye bye.